Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to all of you. Hi, my name is Wan Muhammad Afiq Aiman bin Muhammad Yusri, and today I will be presenting on the topic of loans in Islamic economy, National Higher Education Fund Corporation Loan, PTPTN. Okay, first, Islamic economics. Islamic economics is an economic system based on the Quran and the Sunnah that focus on fairness, justice, and shared prosperity. It regulates production, distribution, and consumption to promote social responsibility and community welfare. There are key principles of Islamic economics. First, no interest. Second, wealth redistribution. And the third one is no gambling. No interest. Islamic law forbids interest as exploitative. Instead, it promotes profit sharing to ensure fair and mutual benefit. The second one, wealth redistribution. Mandatory almsgiving, which means zakat, and voluntary charity help reduce poverty, ensuring a more equitable society. And the third one is no gambling. Risky investment, speculation, and gambling are prohibited. Transparency and fairness are required in all transactions. Okay, next, now we go to the introduction. First one, Islam and economics. Islam is a comprehensive religion covering all areas of life, including economics. And the second one is importance of loans. Financial loans are now a common part of society, helping people, especially students, to afford a higher education. And the next one is loan repayment. Borrowers must repay loans exactly as borrowed, without added fees. Okay, next, Islam in principles. Islam forbids any extra charges on loans, as they are considered usury or riba. The next one is focus of study. This study will look at PTPTN loans from an Islamic economic perspective. Okay, next we go to the definition of PTPTN. PTPTN stands for National Higher Education Funds Corporation. It was established in 1997. The National Higher Education Funds Corporation (PTPTN) was created to provide financial support for Malaysian students. Its foundation traces back to a proposal made in 1995 by UMNO Youth Representative Shakar Shamsuddin, aiming to establish a national education fund to enhance access to higher education in Malaysia. Let's look on the main function of PTPTN. First, student financial aid. PTPTN provides loans to students pursuing higher education, helping ensure that financial limitations don't stand in the way of their academic goals. Then, loan repayment collection. PTPTN also manage to collection of loan repayments, supporting fund sustainability for future students. The definition of loan in Islam. In the book of Fiqh al-Manhaji, Islamic loans are divided into two types. First, al-ariyah means lending, and the second one is al-qard means debt. Al-ariyah. Al-ariyah in Arabic refers to lending an item for use with the understanding it will return. It's emphasized that temporary transfer is good without ownership changing hands. Okay, now what do we know more about Al-Ariyah? First, the definition. Al-Ariyah involves allowing someone to use something halal while ensuring that it remains in its original conditions. Next, the borrower rights. The borrower can use the item but cannot rent or transfer it to others. And then the examples. Common examples include cars, mobile phones, clothes, and book, all of which you should remain undamaged during the borrowing period. Okay, next, the second part of loans in Islam is al-qard. Al-qard means to cut and refers to giving someone a loan with the expectation that the exact item will be returned. It signifies a temporary transfer of ownership without any profit. Okay, the definition of al-qard. Al-qard involves lending an item to another person who must return it without any extra fees or charges. Nature of the loan. This is a pure loan, meaning The lender does not expect any profit or interest in return. Such an example, PTPTN fits this definition as it provides interest-free loans to students to support their education without high fees. Okay, now let's look the application of Al-Qard in Islam. Initially, Al-Qard lending was obligatory to encourage generosity, but scholars later agreed it is recommended, not required. There are three situations of Al-Qard in Islam. First, the obligatory situation. The second one is the prohibited situations, and the third one is discouraged situation. The obligatory situations for Al-Qard in Islam includes saving life or protecting rights, like lending clothes in the extreme weather or a rope to rescue someone. Preserving property, such as lending a knife to properly slaughter an animal for good. Okay, next. The prohibited situations for Al-Qard include lending harmful tools to injure other or lending a Quran in a menstruating woman. The discouraged, which means macro for Al-Qur'an include the situation when lending applies if the loan encourage negligent or discourage behavior. Arising issues regarding PTPTN. First, PTPTN loan concerns. Loan issues, particularly PTPTN's service charge, are widely discussed, especially by students who are primary borrowers. The second one is service charge reduction. In 2008, the government reduced the PTPTN service charge from 3% to 1% for undergraduates and from 5% for postgraduates. Despite the reduction, any extra payment is seen by some of usury, which means riba, which conflicts with the Al-Qard's concept of interest-free loans. 2009 Fatwa on PTPTN charges. The National Fatwa Council stated the charge is a Sharia-compliant management fee, not profit. However, some view this as a potential loophole for charging interest, similar to capitalist profit-based loan models. The ongoing debate. Questions remain about whether these charges align with Sharia or are simply profit-driven, sparking debate among borrowers. PTPTN is free from usury. PTPTN loans and Sharia compliance. According to the National Fatwa Committee, PTPTN loans are Sharia compliant and do not contain usury or riba. 1% service charges. The 1% service charges added annually is called ujrah, wages, meant to cover PTPTN's operation and management costs, not for profit. The purpose, this low charge ensures the fund operates sustainably while remaining affordable for students. What is ijara? Ijara definition. Ijara is a rental or service agreement where payment is made for the use of an item or service over a specific time. Means the term means reward or rent service in Arabic. Sharia banking context. In Islamic banking, ijara involves paying rent for the use of an item without transferring ownership. The key point, ijara allows renting without the intention of buying. Next, type of ijara. Ijara benefits involve renting physical items like house, vehicles, or jewelry. Employment ijara involve paying for work or service like sewing, repair, or deliveries. In the PTPTN context, PTPTN applies employment ijara, where the additional charge is for worker wages, not interest riba. In conclusion, PTPTN charges, the small increase in PTPTN charges is not usury, but covers administrative costs, including staff salaries supporting the education sector's economy. There is no hiwallah, transfer of debt, in PTPTN. PTPTN loans cannot be transferred to the government, as the government is not responsible for the borrower's debt. Next one is repayment obligation. Borrowers are required to repay PTPTN loans as these loans are legally and religiously binding under the istishab principle, which means upholding obligation until proven otherwise. The impact of repayment. By repaying PTPTN's loans enable future students to receive funding. No repayment affects PTPTN's ability to support new. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.